it takes you longer, and then you have up to several years until you can publish that. So therefore, these are very long processes, and has nothing to do that researchers are sleepy persons. It's really all our partners are doing their best, but it takes time. And since we are talking about quality, our research has quality, and quality also needs time. So the other study published just a couple of weeks ago is from the University of Memphis. This was a study not just on fruit, vegetable, and berry capsules. It also incorporated or had tested the complete. But I have to Lisa can say more about this. Of course, it's on the old complete formula. And in this study, they found also good results, not as striking as with Murcia, but they found, for example, that the glucose metabolism was positively affected by fruit, vegetable, and berry capsules, or that some metabolic compounds from our intestine and gut, healthy compounds, were increased after the complete intervention. So also this study brought up very good results. And coming back again to the quality of Juice Plus, I mean, Lisa will talk about the quality of our products, but let me spend a sentence on the quality of our research. Most of these publications are also published in very, very high-profile scientific journals. So when we highlight the Juice Plus research, maybe we should also not only mention the number of publications, more than 40, but also the quality of the journals, of the scientific journals these publications are published in. And such quality of scientific journals can be estimated by a score. We call it the impact factor. That means how strong is this journal and the publications in these journals impacting the knowledge in this field of research. And all these journals have a very, very strong impact in the field of nutrition research. So not only the quantity of our research is incredible, it's also the quality of our research.
Thank you very much. Very interesting. I mean, it's always so, it makes me really proud to listen to you. And the thing is also that although we started 25 years ago, we are still conducting that. I think currently, even because 2 of them now have been published, but there's others. I know that there's others also actually being worked on. So, and this is not stopping. So any other company would maybe say, okay, we did 5, we did 10, okay, good. But you know, it's always, no, we need to, we're doing more clinical research, and we want to dig into different types of research and get different markers. So that is definitely something. And let me know here in the chat, if you're a partner of the Juice Plus company here, how does that make you feel? So send out a heart to Dr. Manfred Lamprecht for his work, for his team, the people around him, because this is special. So put that into the chat, how proud you are. And Manfred, we need to move on to the next speaker. Thank you very much for taking the time, and thank you also for your qualified answers. Very interesting, very interesting.
If you allow, Ernesto, I stay with you.
Sure.
I would like to hear what Lisa and Matthias have to.
Yes, it's always interesting. Please stay, please stay. Lisa, the next questions are for you. Lisa, are you ready for this? I'm so happy to have you here. And I know you had some other meetings and you shifted around. So I'm really happy to have you here, Lisa.
Absolutely. I am ready to take the questions for sure.
Lisa, the thing is, you know, I grew up in this company, I would almost say, with my almost 28 years. And there was always the phrase from farm to capsule, right? And already that brings in all these things in your head. What does that mean, right? Could you enlighten the team here a little bit, the people, the partners? What does that mean in detail?
Absolutely. It's actually one of the things that I think is so special about our company and what differentiates us from other companies out there as well. And that is that we actually have control over our product and have an understanding of our product from the farm all the way to the finished product. So most companies just care about what their finished product looks like. So they'll maybe source ingredients and ask somebody to put them together for them, but they're really focused on what that last piece, that finished capsule or powder looks like and what the testing is for that. At Juice Plus, we start way before that. So part of my job is actually going to the farming partners. So going to the places where we actually grow the produce, no matter if it's in the United States or if it's in Europe or if it's in Brazil, I go to those farms, make sure that I'm connecting with the farmers themselves, with the growers of the produce, to understand what their impact is, not just in producing nutrient-dense produce, but also making sure that they have taken the care to ensure that the land that they're using continues to improve. So we're talking about sustainable farming practices and ensuring that we're controlling irrigation water and not using too many herbicides or pesticides on our produce or fertilizers that are challenging for the environment. We certainly take care not just for the safety of our produce and for the safety of our finished products, but we also want to ensure the safety of our farming partners and the safety and sustainability of the earth as a whole. So from our perspective, we start at the farms. We start with the farming partners. We start with the growers to ensure that they're producing products that are going to be nutritionally dense, high quality, safe, not just for the people who are going to consume them at the end, but also for all of the people who work in the process during the whole process. So for me, it's about making sure that we are taking care of our people, of the earth, and of all of the resources that we have at our command, because without that, we have no future. We have no way of producing great products in the future. So to me, it's something that sets us completely apart. We work with the farming partners on testing the products, both the soil, the irrigation water, the seeds. When it comes out of the ground, we test for nutrient content, we test for contamination, we test for microbiological challenges and heavy metals. We also test to make sure that we have the right varietals of produce, because not a lot of people really realize the difference in the nutritional content of different varietals of produce. So for example, Ben Lear varietals of cranberries have a higher anthocyanin content, which is a polyphenol, which is really good for the body. And so we choose those actual Ben Lear varietals of cranberries for our products. So when we get the cranberries in from our farmer, we test to make sure that that's the exact varietal that they use. So we do a lot of this testing even before we get to the point where we're freezing the produce to lock in that nutrition, and then dehydrating the produce, which is removing the water from the produce to make it into our amazing powders, and then putting those powders into our capsules and shipping them directly to everybody's door. Even through all of that process, we have the same high quality standards to ensure that we could make our growers could grow fantastic, highly nutrient dense produce, but if we don't treat it right in the next phases, then that's useless. So we have to take the same quality approach to every step of our process to ensure that that amazing nutrition from the farms is getting all the way through and into our capsules. And then we get to work with Dr. Lamprecht to ensure that that produce is not only nutritionally dense inside of the capsule, but that that nutrition gets absorbed inside of your body. So for our team, it's about being able to really start at the seeds, at the ground level, and see the process and control the process all the way through to how it's being absorbed inside the body. So that to me is the farm to capsule process.
Amazing. It's always so good to hear that, first of all, you and the whole team, you have an eye on all these steps in between. It's not like a phrase like, farm to capsule, but there is a whole process behind it, right? And how beautiful is it when you say sustainability, Mother Earth, it's not about exploiting and get as much of it. It's really about producing the right pure produce for the capsules and for the people. How proud are you of doing that job, Lisa?
It's more than a job to me. It is absolutely calling to me to be able to do this, not just because I love to work with the farmers and to work with the growers and the producers of our amazing products, but because I have the amazing job of being able to make these wonderful products, but also to see how it's impacting the lives of the people who take it. And to me, seeing that is so important, and it really makes it something that is beyond a job, because I know how everybody on this call and how everybody who's listening to this on Facebook, I know how much this product means to you, not just from a nutritional perspective, but also for some of you from a job perspective, from a money perspective. And that responsibility is held entirely within my heart, because I do know how important our job is to ensure the lives of the people that we touch. So for me, I am incredibly proud and incredibly honored to be a part of it.
Well, wonderful it is that you know the farmers, right? It's not like, okay, it comes to our doorstep and then we produce it, but it's actually from the beginning. How great is that? And how beautiful that fits into the mission of inspiring healthy living around the world. How beautiful it is for you to know that we are impacting millions and millions of lives out there with the products, with the produce that you are actually seeing at the farm. And then I'm always saying, the mission of inspiring healthy living is, and I think it's like making this world a little bit better. Every single partner, every single customer, why not be as romantic? Why not be as crazy by saying that with what we do, what you do, what our partners are doing, we try to make this world a little bit better. Don't you feel like that?
I absolutely feel like that. And for my job, it's the partners, but it's also the manufacturing partners that we have, and helping to encourage them to make the world a better place. Not just through the operations that they do, but also, reaching out and getting them, encouraging them to do charitable things within their communities and stuff. So to me, it's incredibly helpful.
You said already the quality, right? This whole call, the core value is about quality. I see it as a blueprint in everything you do. One of those core values is quality, which is very important. Quality assurance is very important. You said that already, right? Could you say a little bit about the quality assurance? You already mentioned that, but do we have like external companies? Or can you say something about like, how do you assure the quality is when the customer gets it, that it gets the best produce ever?
Absolutely. So we have an amazing quality assurance team that works here in Memphis, and we've got some people in our European regions as well to ensure that everything that we do is correct. So we audit our facilities, we audit our farms, we audit every place that we touch in the supply chain to ensure that we know the quality of the people that we're working with. And we also, we test our products a lot, as I mentioned, from the raw material stage all the way to the finished product stage, but we also rely on third-party certifications to double check our work. So it's not that we're relying on them to actually do the work. All they do is just double check the work that we've already built into our systems to ensure that there were no failures in any part of our quality system supply chain organization. So we work in Europe with Informed Choice and with Fresenius, which are organizations which double check that what's in the products is what we say is in the products is actually there, and there's nothing in the products that we don't tell people about. And they also check for contaminant levels and look for things like biological contaminants, and also for contaminants for sport people. So they're looking for banned substances, for example, to ensure that people of all walks of life can safely take our products and be ensured that they are not going to cause harm to their bodies when they do take our products. So to me, having those third-party certifications is incredibly important, just as a peace of mind to know that all that we've built into the systems are double-checked by amazing organizations, world-renowned organizations all over the world that really make sure that what we're saying we're doing is actually being done and can be proven to a third.
That's a good feeling. That is important. Quality assurance. And for the partners here as well, let me know. I mean, send out some hearts, send out some love to Lisa and the team, the quality assurance team, but the product development team, the people around. Our farmers, why not send a little shout out here? And next time when Lisa is together with one of the farmers, she can send us, you know what, our partners, also in Europe and no matter where they are, they love you guys for what you guys doing there out there. I mean, you being the director for product development, Lisa, what are you currently developing? I mean, of course, you cannot say everything, but maybe we're just 300 people here, right? It's like a small community. Say a little bit about what are you working on? Is this something you could share with us?
Yeah, so we have a lot of things in the works right now. One of the things that I'm really proud of is we've developed what we're calling an innovation process, which is a process by which we're kind of taking ideas from all over the place. Just it doesn't matter how crazy they are. We're looking at ideas and we've developed a process to evaluate the fit within Juice Plus. And so as we work through this process, what it means is we're not going to introduce a ton of new products, because one of the things we're very proud of is that we have a very narrow, focused product line that really is all about fruits and vegetables. And so we're going to maintain that narrow focus and the focus on fruits and vegetables for sure. But that doesn't mean that we can't expand our horizons a little bit here and there. And so recently, we've been doing a lot of work on our shakes line. So this is our complete line of products, and we're looking at possibly introducing some additions to that either late this year, early next year, depending on how everything rolls through. I will say it has been a challenge to do product development during the COVID times, during the pandemic, because things take longer. Where you used to be able to go to a facility and do tastings live in person, we've had to do that all in our homes individually. And so it just held up the process a bit. But I can share that we are working, we've committed to a high protein product, a high protein shake. So it's going to be 25 grams of protein with low sugar. It's going to have less than 5 grams of sugar in it. And it's going to be a brand new flavor as well. So it's not going to be chocolate or vanilla. I'll let you guys wait a little bit to see the actual flavor, but that one is coming. That one will be coming first, and that we're working on the final timelines and getting all the packaging and regulations all set on that as we speak. So really excited about that one. And we've got a couple more ideas that are brewing in the shakes line, and we've got a couple more ideas that are brewing kind of outside of that are a little bit more innovative and may take us in a slightly different direction. Can't really share what those are right yet because we're not 100% sure that they'll actually work for us, but we're doing the work to see right now. So it's a lot of fun to play around in the background.
Yeah, and it's so important for the partners to hear that there's an innovative team looking at certain things. Maybe some of those things will never hit the partners, but we're open-minded. We're looking at different things, and now you sharing the high protein, no sugar. I mean, this is already. I saw it in the chat. You're like, yes, give it to us. I'm looking forward to that. So definitely, thank you very much for that answer. The question there was as well. I mean, I wanted to share with you also. Thank you very much for the Omega blend. I mean, Omega blend was also something that you brought to the partners out there. Can you say a little bit about the Omega blend and how that process went?
Absolutely. So Omega blend, I feel like that's my first child at Juice Plus, because I took that product. That was the first product that wasn't already established at Juice Plus when I joined the company. So that was a product that I got to manage from the basic concept all the way through to the final launch. And I can say that we did so much work behind the scenes to ensure that that product was innovative and exciting, fit within the Juice Plus model, and really what became a partner to the other 3 capsule products. Beyond the fact that it is another capsule and it kind of met a need that partners had, it also helps from a clinical research perspective as well. And Dr. Lamprecht and I did a lot of work behind the scenes even before the product came out to look at how how the product was impacted, not just alone, how the product did in your body, by itself, but also how it combined with the fruit and the vegetable and the berry blend capsules and what that combination did. And you can read in the research that's already been published that the combination of the fruit, vegetable, berry, and omega capsules actually produces better results than the omega capsules alone. So it fits seamlessly with our product line, but also enhances our product line in a real way. So very excited to be able to have developed that. I think that it's, in my opinion, it's innovative from the perspective of being a vegan omega capsule, which is innovative in and of itself, but also the fact that it's not just omega-3, it's the omega-3, 5, 6, 7s, and 9s, all from these amazing plants that we get this product from. It's low processed as it can possibly be. It's kind of like the process for making olive oil. So we take the seeds of some of these plants and we just cold press them to remove the oil. And that oil isn't further processed. It's in its natural state. So it's really exciting to be a part of a process that innovates not only the ingredient supply, but also finished product. Probably my favorite thing about that product, though, is the fact that we actually worked with the capsule company to develop that particular capsule shell for this product. So they did not have that capsule shell until I went to them and said, look, I want to do this product, but it has to be in a tapioca pullulan capsule shell, 2-piece hard shell capsule, so that we're not damaging the oils when we're filling the capsule, and we can put that nitrogen bubble inside of there, further protect those oils from degradation. So to me, as innovative as the oils were, that capsule shell innovation was even more exciting to me. So to be able to work with companies that not only get what we do, but are as excited as we are to innovate up to an amazing product and to rise to the occasion, to rise to that next level of not just quality, but innovation to provide us with that, to me was an amazing product. And again, I love watching how people have loved it since launch. Watching the sales continue to rise is something that, makes me very proud.
And we're all very proud of you, and also I appreciate you very much as a colleague. Every time you explain something, it's so that everybody understands. You smile with your whole body because you love what you do. I really think this is amazing. You're perfect where you are right now, and I'm looking very much forward of all the things that are coming through your department. And I think everybody says thank you very much for the omegas. I mean, this call has already been amazing. I mean, Manfred just said we have 2 new studies published. You've been talking about new products are coming on the shake line, on the complete line, and other things are working. So I mean, I'm already excited. I mean, let the next 25 years come. Here we are. Thank you very much, Lisa, for taking the time of your busy day. Thank you.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
And the next speaker is Matthias Mildenborn, because now we have heard about the clinical research. We have heard about the products, but how do we sell them to the customers, right? And how we can set up a module for the partners that are out there, the 301 partners that are actually watching right now, to make sure that you have a business that has the quality as well, for you to share it, for you to duplicate it, for you to be easy on it and do it, and it's an easy way of doing it. So Matthias, maybe I have a first question for you here, and because I am so excited of being part of the Juice Plus company, but I want to hear from you, being the company since 2018, being in the industry for so many years already. What makes the Juice Plus company so special? What do you say about that?
Yes, I think I need to start from a reflection I had. We talk about quality today, and listening to Manfred and Lisa. Oh my God, I get goosebumps here. I wrote down a new word here: capsule shell innovation. Capsule shell innovation. We can make a whole story around that. I didn't even know about that before this call. This is really quality. Listening to Manfred and Lisa, and everything they do to get us the best of the best of the best is just, I get inspired. I mean, I think something that's maybe it's a good starting point when you talk about what makes UsePlus unique. You get that anywhere else, that kind of detail into everything. I say it again. I need to write and I need to read. Capsule shell innovation. Have you ever heard that? Anyone? Thumbs up. Did you hear about that word before? Don't hear about it. I'd love to hear more about it. So quality is everything we do, and it comes back to the people working in the company and the people in the call, of course. And I wake up every morning, and I think, we have around 100,000 people today in Europe working with UsePlus. So every morning, every month, I think, we have 100,000 people stepping up and thinking, what should I do with this business opportunity? And I think the things that makes UsePlus unique, on top of what I just mentioned there, we've been more than 25 years in the industry. Not a lot of companies has been that. We have a very strong business opportunity as we see people joining the company, staying in the company. We have an unrivaled hero product in our premium capsules and our mega capsules, and more to come. One thing that also stands us out from a lot of our competitors is how strong we are on the consumer and customer focus. There's a lot of companies in direct selling. We are something different. We have a strong, big consumer base. And I was actually looking the other day on the number of people that reordered more than 5, 10, 15 years, and even some of 20 years. Just ask in your friendship and your neighborhood, how many customers has ordered more than 20 years from the same company? That's unheard of, That's pretty amazing stuff, when you look at the numbers. And that's just in Europe. I know if you go over to the US side, it's even bigger numbers there. So really inspired about that. We have also, looking in UsePlus, very, very strong partners and ambassadors for the company. And also what I would say, a very good mix of young, old, every kind of nationality. We have a fantastic footprint. We are very strong both offline and online, which has really been evident during this last year of lockdowns. I almost don't dare to talk about it, but we know we had one of the best years in terms of growth ever, 2020. And I think it's a big evidence on people in this call and people working with UsePlus and the products and our commitment to quality, because I also track one thing, and that is a little bit, when you have a surge like we had the last year, what comes out of that, and what is the customer relationship, and what kind of relationship do we have after this surge? And it's been going up. We have better ratings, we have more people happy, which normally when you have a big volume and a lot of people joining, you might see the other way around. We have not. We have seen the opposite, which is again a big evidence to how strong we are on the quality side. So that makes UsePlus unique.
So true. I mean, what you just said, right? I mean, the mix between offline and online, young generation, old generation, I think that is so important. And by you talking about this, right, and with full of energy and full of love of what you're doing and full of excitement of the things that are coming, this is a good feeling. So already in the chat, let me know if you feel that same excitement that Matthias is feeling. And he's been in other companies and he's talking about the UsePlus company in this way and have seen a lot of other things. I loved it when you said the way that we have a real customer-based business, right? I think it's like 80 or 90%. We know 80 or 90% of our customers ourselves because we ship directly to those customers. It's not that we ship to our partners and then we don't know where the product turns up to. I think that is so amazing, and you nailed it there. Thank you very much for that, Matthias. The core value quality, you already said it a few times. How important is that in the business that we have, but also how important is that value of quality in the decisions that you make on a daily basis as the VP of sales?
Yeah, I mean, quality is, of course, extremely important. But I think, when I hear that word, I always think about what makes a company stand out from the crowd, what makes us unique, as you mentioned in the beginning, what makes us successful. And, I have, in my experience, and I've been working in many countries across the world and in many different industries, it always comes down to the same thing. It's the people makes the difference. The people that makes the difference. And I want to give another shout out to Lisa here, because this is how the USPAS is as well. We like to be passionate. We like to be together. We were in a call the other week here, and I was sending her a message afterwards, talking about, for some of you know, we are going to have a fantastic trip over to Chicago next year, going to one of our farms. But in that call, and this is quality, in the call, there was a live stream, I don't remember the name now, from one of the farmers that Lisa knew her name. They were chatting for all of us in the call about the experience we were going to have meeting these guys. And they were standing in the middle of the field, talking to the farm, and I was blown away. I think we all were blown away. And that's coming back to quality in our decision and the quality of our story. That's the essence of USPAS. And I think, again, fantastic call, but it also was very, very clear for everyone in that call. And I hope you feel what I feel. Wow, that is not a lot of companies out there who can, have a live stream and by name talking about the capsules and the products with a guy actually sitting there in the farm doing it. And Kasia is up on my right corner here from Poland, and I think she was on that call. We were all taken away by that. Yes, she's nodding there. Yes, so quality is very important. At the same time, I would say speed to market, being quick. We are in an industry where things are changing very quickly. And I would say that, yes, we have been improving. We're doing things quicker and faster, but we always do it with the minds of the partners. And I think one of my most used expression is that we always need to keep an outside-in perspective of everything we do. We are here to be a facilitator for everyone in this call, support you in your growth. We give you the business tools and the business blocks and the building blocks, but you guys are the one making it happen out there. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I'm just excited. So.
Got it. Absolutely. It's so important. You already said we produce the tools and the building blocks. And when we produce those building blocks, I know that the element of quality is important. Not only you, but the whole team around you. And that is a big team, right? That are we doing the right thing? Is this with the stamp of quality when we send it out to our partners for them to use? Does it meet the quality standards that we give ourselves and say, listen, is this something that they really can use out there? And is this something that has the quality that we want to? And you do that every single day. I know I've been in many calls already and with decisions you make. So I'm really, really happy of you being in that ship and leading us there.
And maybe I can mention that, I know we're running out of time, but for me, quality is quality in our relationship internally and with the as you in this call. That is what makes me really tick in the mornings and going up and thinking about how to do things differently and better, because I think there's not a lot of companies out there who have this kind of relationship that we have, and so it makes me emotional and also really happy to be part of this company.
It is true. I mean, definitely the relationship we have with our partners and the partners have with us, our leaders, you said it from the beginning, right? It's about the people that make the difference, our partners that make the difference. So maybe one last question, Matthias, this is an interesting one. Not everybody knows Cellia, but we are a member of Cellia, which is the European Direct Selling Association. For a lot of people, what is that? Do we really need that? Is not everybody in Cellia, all those direct sales companies? Tell us a little bit about how proud we are and how important it is for our company, for the quality of being a member in that organization.
Absolutely. So Cellia is the European Direct Sales Association. There's different associations across the globe. This one has been founded in 1968. There's 30 associations connected to it today in Europe. And I think that is our partner when it comes to speaking to the regulatory aspect of Europe, making sure that we as an industry are on all those standards and are in tune with everything going on in the regulatory landscape and in the policies going around in Europe. So it's a bit of a waterproof stamp on our industry, and also make sure that we get challenged and make sure that we are constantly developing ourselves and the industry. So in a sense, CELDIA is the voice of the industry for Europe, and we are proud to be a member of CELDIA. And I know recently we just became the chairman of the Direct Selling Association in Poland. It was 2 weeks ago. We've been the chairman of the CELDIA organization a couple of years ago. We are more or less members of the local direct selling associations in all countries that we are present today. And it's a quality mark for us, and it's a quality mark for anyone working with us. And yeah, so that's what CELDIA is all about. And I think it helps us to drive our business, and it helps the industry to go forward as well.
I think also as a partner, okay, this company is with CELDIA. I think it's one of the check marks you should actually check when you are going to work with a company. Say, okay, direct selling company, is it part of a organization or of an association of the CELDIA organization? We've been in that organization for many years already, and in the local organizations as well, like in the UK and also in Poland. I know. I think that's so important for us as well. For us, I say us, but and for the partners out there, for them it's so important to say, yes, okay, check, because in that organization certain things are checked as well, and the companies are actually measured on certain criteria, right? That is one of the key things there as well.
Absolutely. And I think maybe this is a bit technical, but I think it's worth mentioning anyway. I think the way I see this is also that we like to push the boundaries, because we are so good in quality, and you listen to Manfred and Lisa here, we are pushing the boundaries. And maybe this sounds strange what I'm going to say now, but we embrace more regulations. We want more control, quality. Just bring it on, because we know we are already way above many other partners and companies. So when it comes to regulations, framework, and we're all in for that, because this is something that is so core for us. Talk about quality today. This is so core of what USPAS is. So I would say, regulations, compliance, this is something we embrace more than most, and we push the boundaries for this, because we are way ahead of many companies out there.
But yes, you nailed it. I think that's so important for people to know. And I think everybody in the Zoom, all 300 people here, let me know how you feel now, how you felt when you got into the Zoom, and how do you feel now? I think you should feel more proud, more about, okay, I know more about this company. I know more about the research. I know more about the people behind the scene. Of course, people like Matthias you see more often, but people like Manfred and also Lisa, those are experts working for the company for many years already and doing the things in order for you, the partners out there, all these people are watching, to become very successful and feel secure with the quality of our products, the research, and the business. So yeah, I feel honored to be part of that team, and thank you very much again for our 3 speakers. So thank you very much, Lisa, for your contribution in this call, and Dr. Manfred Lamprecht, and last but not least, of course, Matthias Mildenborn. And yeah, send them a little heart, send them a thank you very much, because it is 10 o'clock here in Switzerland, it's 9 o'clock in the UK. I don't know exactly what time it is in Memphis, but definitely she has other things to do as well. So thank you very much also for the translations from Kasia and also Alberto into Spanish. And we see each other definitely in any other Zoom, and wishing everybody a wonderful evening. Thanks again, and enjoy. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more information, connect with me if you want to know more about this company. Thank you.